Hello and welcome to my art channel Aurora Fine Arts and Illustrations, where we put new videos every week for everyone to learn and experience art in a new way. So first of all, a quick introduction for me. My name is Tirtha Shankar Bharadwaj. I'm a 38-year-old male from the northeastern part of India, from the city of Guwahati. So this is what I do for my profession, and this is what I love to do, and I want to share my experiences through these videos, and I hope we can connect together. So first of all, this is going to be another still life from life using the Alla Prima method video. So before we even start this video, I just want to have a quick discussion about my subject here. So this is actually a photograph taken from the subject, which will be in front of me during the live demonstration. But before we begin, I just want to have a quick chat about my subject. This is actually a combination of some infant vitamin drops with a hand sanitizer. I placed it in such a way that we have kind of like a beautiful shape going on. I'm interested in the shapes. Okay, there is a cylinder and these are the rectangles and squares and cubes here, and I've got some draperies here on the background, which is it has got a warm tone to it. I've got a warm light falling in, so warm light will always have cool shadows on the right. So this is the subject for me today, and I'm going to paint that in acrylics. Another thing I want to talk about is that as you can see that we have another light falling on from this direction. This is another light falling on. Let's just show you something. Let's just come up with some green color. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Then we can just start. Yeah, let's put it on. We have got some lights falling in from this direction. So this light is not as powerful as the light here, which being the main source. This is the main source. This is the main source. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to completely ignore the light on the right, so that it gives me a kind of like a shadow on the right. So I am not going to paint multiple shadows. There are shadows falling on in this area because of the light here. So I'm going to completely ignore this light. So I'm going to get on with my subject. And as we, first of all, I tell all my students and all the people who wants to learn painting that you must always observe before you paint. Many of us who are still learning and who are intermediates and even professionals and great artists alike, we all will agree that art begins with observation, and we always talk about keen observation being an integral part of art. If you don't know how to observe, you will never know how to draw and paint. Okay, so if we can look here, this being a warm light, we have got warm light falling in. We have got an off-white cloth, which is a bit warmish in nature. When we talk about warm in nature, means white mixed with warm colors, like yellows and reds and oranges. So this will give you this kind of a shade here. So when we look at the subject, we talk about darkest dark. So this is the darkest dark, as I've shown you here. This is the darkest dark. Then we have another darkest dark here. I have painted it with green color, and then a little bit of here, little bit here. So that's it. And then we have got some here, and that's all. And then we talk about lightest light. Lightest light bring this location here, and these are the details on this area, and we have got light falling on this direction, and here, and then we have here, and then a bit of here. Okay, so this is the lightest light. So these are the areas which will have the lightest light. So this, I'm not worried about the complete detail of the thing, I'm just worried about the shapes that they are creating, the light and the shades are creating. And then we need to talk about the midtones. These are the midtones. This is the mid-tone. These are the mid-tones. So mid-tones being like this. This is the mid-tones. This is another mid-tone area. So these are the colors that we have to mix. These are the mid-tones. This is another mid-tone. Then we have another mid-tone in this location, and definitely here and here and here. These are all mid-tones. These are not darkest darks. Okay, so this is what it is going to be. So I'm going to utilize this as a basic start thing, but since this subject is not that easy, my main problem would be to the placement of this portion and this portion. The subject should be placed in such a manner that this line here and this line here should be accurately done. Otherwise the subject will be moving this way or this way. Since I'll start from here, if I finish it here, it will not be in the middle. So if it is not in the middle, it will have an impact. So what I decided for this, it is actually one of my very few ways of starting in a still life in acrylics. Actually, my idea is to paint the white areas first, so as we create these shapes. So this will create, and I will actually utilize a negative spacing to bring out these shapes, and then I will paint on these shapes. So this is how I'm going to start. So without further ado, and I thank you so much for bearing with me. So I thought this might be a very important thing to discuss before we start. So this is how we are going to start. So let's begin. So we are now exactly at the midpoint of this painting. I have paused this video just to share a bit of information from my end. So what I have done now is that I have actually managed to do the main frame of this painting, putting the shapes in place, the darks and the lights. Okay, I've got a bit of more work here. I want to keep that a bit lighter, this portion. I want to keep that a bit lighter, and I want to keep that overall portion of this complete dark gray, bluish gray kind of color which I have managed to produce. So a bit lighter. I'll keep this a bit lighter. Okay, I want to maintain the lights here in this section, and always, and all the details on the bottles will be given at the end. So here we are. And another important thing I want to talk about is that while we are trying to paint this kind of subjects from life, we always come up with some challenges. Here the main challenge is that how you are going to portray the white. As you can see, the whole of the painting is almost white, but don't get fooled, because this is an optical illusion. This is not exactly white. It looks white because it is exactly near to a dark color, but it is not exactly white. It is a bit warmish in nature, and here a bit of cool color has been added as well. So this is an illusion of painting. When you keep a white color against a really dark color, even if it is not exactly white, even if it is in the mid-tone, it appears whiter because it has a contrasting color near to it. So this is what I wanted to share. So now I'm going to go on to the details of the bottles, the names and everything. Will not be too much fussy on that. I don't want to add too many details to make it look really distracting. There are some words there on the sides of this on the sides of especially these ones, on the sides, this one, there are sides. I don't want to add in too much of information, just put some small dots as if to make it feel that there are some written, there are words there written, and on the ones that are really visible will be written here and here, and I'll just finish it off with a touch of the white colors. So this is what I'm going to do, and this is the plan. So alright then, let's begin, and thank you so much again for tuning in, and I really appreciate your giving me time. And I hope if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and also share my videos. And last but not least, please make sure to comment on them, and I'll make sure to reply on each and every comment. Alright, and if you want to learn anything, if you have any questions regarding the things, I've already added the name of the colors here and there. I'll just add more if needed on the next video. Alright, so let's get on with it then. So thank you so much once again.